Fuji Fumbles! Today's topic is a realistic show. When I say realistic, I mean a show that is filmed with real people. There's a name for that. It's called live action. But I'm slow today, and I gotta do this quick because Steven Universe Summertime comes on soon. So The 100 is a show that came out in 2014, and it was all over Tumblr after season 2, and the episode where fucking like the chick from the Grounders and the chick from the main character kissed, because it was like, whoa, lesbians, and we were still in that day and age where we were like, holy shit, this is amazing, where did this come from? I didn't know this existed. When did girls start kissing girls? That's like something we can't have in our society day and age, right? And so this one was all happy about it, and this one's just like, what the fuck? I'll just go along for it. And she's like, yeah. Anyway, so that's besides the point, but I'm not gonna lie, that event was what was like, might as well watch that. Like, I'm not even joking. But anyway, The 100 is a show about 100 people from a space station up in space. Whoa, you wouldn't have guessed that shit. So the Cold War literally made, so it was like the whole world, the Cold War actually ended up with people actually dropping bombs on the world, and the whole world went into a nuclear fallout. And so all of humanity remaining went into a space station in space, and they stayed up there for about 97 years. And then the first episode is literally them like, you know what would be a really great idea? Let's send everyone under the age of 18 down to Earth, which is probably still nuclear from the fallout. It's like, but like, we can send them down there and they can see if it's okay. And so everyone on that ship is like, dude, that's like, well, not everyone, like, but everyone's like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So they send them down, and they crash, and they get there, and they're all wearing these armbands, and like, you know the thing with kids, and you're like, okay, so these armbands are meant to tell the Ark, which is the ship that they're all on, and that if they're okay or if they're not okay. So when you tell a kid to like wear a armband, what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna take the fucker off. And so they start taking these off, and everyone on the Ark thinks, oh no, they're dying! But the one smart person on the fucking Ark is like, dude, they're just fucking taking them off. Like, you guys are dumb. You're all fucking dumb. And, and so they initially think that Earth is like, uninhabited for all these years. They're like no one was there, it was just a dead zone. And so all these kids get there and they're just like, party in the USA, and then like some guy gets fucking speared by a spear, and it's like, oh. but and so whoop-de-doo-dah, there's actually people on Earth. We don't actually, they're like people, and they have like tattoos, and it's pretty rad, and they're like, blood for blood, motherfucker. Like, like, they don't smile that much. But the whole overarching plot is there's not really a really clear point A and B. It's always like they're doing something. And like, it's to survive, I guess? Like, it's really cool. The writing in the show is very, very well done. Like, something that wasn't relevant one episode may become relevant the next episode. Like, they find a car that's been, like, destroyed at one point. So this thing's a no-go. And so they're like, nah, fuck it, we'll check it later. And then, like, after the episode, there's, like, this acid fog that comes in. And they're like, oh, shit, what are we gonna do? And then they run into the car. And it's like, oh, I see why that's relevant now, you know? Like, really good script writing. And so, I think I think the main thing about this show that I really liked was that it was kind of like a telltale game in a series, but you are not in control. That's the one thing. You're not in control, these characters are in control. And what's really great about this show is that the characters grow so much. Like, I've finished up to, season 3 isn't on Netflix, so that's why I haven't watched it. But, characters grow so much. Like, the main character, which is Clark, she's originally from the Ark, and she becomes the, self-appointed, well, not really self-appointed, it's more like they all just listen to her because she's a pretty girl, and like, no, I'm just joking, she's not. Like, she's like a pudgy Reese Witherspoon, like, that's all I can say about Clark. Like, she's really awesome, but she's like, if Reese Witherspoon pulled a knife on you and was about to cut your fucking throat open, like, that's one thing that about, like, growing characters. Like, I'm up to the end of season 2, and if I went back to episode 1 right now, I don't think I would recognize the characters, because they've grown so much in such a short amount of time. And what I can say, what was I saying? Okay, yeah, so, Telltale game. So this series literally just like a Telltale game in feel, because they're making decisions all the time. But what's really cool is that they could be building up to like a big decision and then it just ends up not working. It's so fucking amazing because they build it up to be something and then it doesn't work, and it's like a real life situation where something, you could work so hard about something and then it just doesn't even work. Like, they worked so hard to get something and then they just didn't end up using it at all. Like, it was so real. Like, it's really good. Like, the writing is so good, it keeps you guessing all the time. So, and a lot of bad things happen. Like, they try to make peace so many times, but people just die, and, like, people get shot for no fucking reason. Like, there's a whole part in the show where, like, a mass of people get killed for no reason, and it's like, I could sum up with this whole series with just, like, one sentence, because, Cause it's literally just, like, every time something bad happens in this show, it's just like, whoops, right? Like, that's literally the whole show. Thanks for coming. The 100 in one sentence. Like, whoops, right? Like, but, yeah, it's amazingly, like, it's so well written, and I've really, like, it's given me faith for media nowadays, because the thing about media nowadays is that all we get, like, because I've had free TV for a long time, and I've literally given up on watching TV because it's just that fucking bad. Like, I can't sit through a show. Like, I tried to watch, like, all this other stuff, but it's so bad. And now that I finally have Netflix, like, I'm finally getting exposed to all these awesome shows, and I'm really happy about, like, how media on there is so well done. Like, I've finished watching as much as I can of the 100. Once season 3 gets released on Netflix, I'm gonna keep watching it. And I've just started watching Orphan Black. And, like, I really want to watch more, because fucking, really fucking good. Watch the 100, because then we can, you know what would be really funny about the 100? If they renamed the show after season 2 just the 40? Like, Fuji Fumbles, no spoilers.